Now, you may or may not know this, but your aura is likely blocking you from attracting money, prosperity, and success. You might be doing everything else right. You might be trying hard to bring prosperity and money into your life, and you don't even realize your aura is blocking your success. So just picture this. You're doing everything that you can to draw money and success into your life. You're grinding at work. You're managing your finances. Maybe you're even practicing positive affirmations. But somehow wealth still isn't coming. What if it's not what you're doing, but the invisible signals that you're giving off that are keeping prosperity away from you? Like, in other words, your aura, your energetic or psychological blueprint is repelling the very things that you desire. And without even realizing it, you might be silently broadcasting, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for abundance. And this is keeping it away from you. I'm going to show you how and why you're pushing your desires away, and how to start quickly and easily inviting success into your life. My name is Jake with jakeducey.com. Wishing you a beautiful day. If you're new here, thanks for being here. If you're a returner, thanks for coming back. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the subscribe, bell notification, and I have a free financial success hypnosis. It's pinned to the comments and in the description. It's right there down below. Go ahead and check that out for free. So let's start with number one, understanding aura from a psychological lens. We often imagine aura as like this mystical energy field radiating beyond our physical body. In practical everyday terms, though, it's a combination of your posture, your micro expressions, your behaviors, and your subconscious emotional tone. So when someone says he has a great vibe or she gives off an intense energy, they're talking about these subtle signals, these subtle cues. And without realizing it, you might be giving off signals that are blocking your desires from manifesting into your life. And it's all a part of an invisible language. Your gestures, your facial expressions, subconscious emotional states, overall attitude, it is speaking volumes before you even say or do anything. And this makes up your aura, and it is speaking to the universe at all times, and it even is working against your conscious desires for wealth. So if your shoulders slump, you're avoiding eye contact, that can communicate low confidence or a lack of readiness to receive what you're working for. And these things can scare off potential clients, investors, lucky breaks. It can stop you from landing the job, even if you ace the interview. And your vibe may be the intangible reason why they don't hire you. And then you have emotional frequency. So how you think and how you feel subconsciously, the way you handle stress, disappointment, fear, it sends out cues about how you view the world. And how you view the world becomes the world you create. So the key is to begin to tune your emotional frequency even before the day actually begins, especially before bed, because that's when neuroplasticity occurs while you're actually asleep. And we're going to talk about how you can do that in just a minute, but keep watching. If you think you might be unintentionally broadcasting signals that scare money and success away, and you're going to know exactly how to fix it. I even created a personal quiz that you are going to take in this video so you know exactly where and how your aura is repelling prosperity. Now, number two is some signs that your aura is repelling wealth. So think of these like red flags in your personal energy field. And like I said, in a minute, I'm going to go through a little personal quiz so you can mark the ones that resonate with you. And if you recognize a few, it doesn't mean that all hope is lost. It's actually the exact opposite, because once you become aware, then you are free of it, and that's when the money can start to come. So first sign is like chronically negative self-talk. So how it looks or shows up is like muttering phrases like, I'll never be able to afford that. My luck always sucks, just the way it is. And this is repelling money because you are conditioning your mind and by extension, your body language and your decisions to believe success isn't for you. And this is overall giving off this aura. Next is closed off body language. So how it looks, it could be crossing your arms, hunching over all the time, avoiding eye contact, fidgeting with your fingers during important conversations. This repels money because this posture is signaling fear or disinterest. It's signaling subconsciously to potential clients, to job opportunities to seek elsewhere. They may not even consciously pick it up. And then number 3 is repetitive complaining. So what it looks like is we're always pointing out the problems at work. In social settings, we're focusing on what's going wrong rather than what could go right. Obviously, this is going to repel success because what you're doing is programming your mind to focus on what's wrong. And then your reticular activating system is creating or amplifying more of what is wrong, which means more financial problems. Number 4 is your facial expressions, like tense ones. So it could be like a constant frown or a furrow in your brow, or it could be in your jaw. That's where I noticed that I always would hold my tension. Now, your body is an extension of your subconscious. So for some people, they hold it in their fingers, their toes. Some people in their butt. That's where the term tight ass comes from. So your body's an extension of your subconscious. So this is just a manifestation or a mirror of your subconscious aura. After that is an unwillingness or an inability to express gratitude. It is super easy to get caught in, it's easy for you to be grateful. Look at how I'm struggling. But when you can't find things you appreciate, even when you don't have the money you want, you are telling the universe you are not ready for more. Or why would the universe give you more if you're signaling a lack of receptivity of abundance? Because gratitude and abundance are essentially the yin and yang. They're opposite sides of the same coin. So if you want to bring more abundance into your life more easily, it starts with simple things like gratitude. So if you're with me here and this is starting to click and make sense, give me a comment down below that says, I'm with you, Jake. I'm with you, Jake, or hit the like button on this video. In a minute, I'm going to take you through this quiz so you know exactly where and how your aura is blocking the success you want. And then this is going to cause the big shifts. It's going to free up energetic blocks so money starts to come in with a lot less effort. And if you haven't yet, make sure you get my free financial success hypnosis. About 1 million people from all over the world have used it. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's free to use, so check that out too. Now, thirdly, let's talk about the psychology of repelling money, because we don't really realize how much we are repelling money. So first you have mirror neurons. So mirror neurons are parts in your brain. Other people are mimicking or responding to your mirror neurons. If your neurons are wired in a certain way, there is a part of somebody else in the vicinity that picks up on that, and their neurons in their brain mirror yours. The reason this is so important is because if your brain is wired to repel money and you walk into a job interview, even if you ace the interview, but they're just like, I don't know, something about them, I shouldn't pick them. They picked up on those mirror neurons and they're getting those signals now biochemically in their brain. Same thing when you show up for a potential client or a customer, they're picking these things up. And that's why it's so important to really notice, instead of what we have a tendency to do is go, oh, I don't have the money because the world's not fair. I don't have the money because I'm not smart enough. I don't have the money because I don't have the right resources. And we're not understanding that the outer world, including your bank account, is just a mirror of your neurological set and your own aura. Now, all of that being said, if you're now worried, like, oh my gosh, am I blocking money? let's just go through this aura attraction, money attraction quiz. There's 5 questions, and I just want you to give yourself 1 point for every question that feels true for you, or at least mostly true. So number 1, I often catch myself using phrases like I'm broke or I can't afford that. So just remember, there's no right or wrong. Give yourself a point for anything that feels true or somewhat true at the time. Number 2, I tend to stand or sit with my arms crossed, especially in new or stressful situations. Number 3, complaints come easier to me than compliments or appreciation. So usually I spot the flaws or what's wrong first, or I find myself jealous of other people's financial success because I want it. Number 4, I keep a bit of tension in my face or posture, even when I'm not consciously stressed, and or like you hold tension somewhere in your body, like clenching your jaw or your traps, having tight shoulders, clenching your toes, your fingers, your butt. So your body might have unexplainable aches and pains from this muscle stiffness. True or false, give yourself a point. And then number 5, thank you isn't something I often say, even to myself, even to God, even to the universe, because I'm like, why would I be thankful when I'm struggling financially? It's easy for you to say. So now 5 questions, you should have a score marked 0 through 5 points, 1 point for each true answer. So 0 to 1 points is great news. That means your energy is pretty open. This is a really good opportunity where you can start to insert positive wealth programming and amplify it. Then 2 to 3 points, you've got some negative cues. So there's a few tweaks and things you can release from your aura to welcome more abundance in, which we'll discuss. And then 4 to 5 points, you're blocking wealth. And don't worry, because I was like to say that's what I was doing forever, even though I worked really hard. So let's just break down now how to change your frequency of your aura so you can start to bring more abundance into your life quicker and easier. Number 1 is to practice open posture. So constantly just checking in, uncross your arms, see if your shoulders are relaxed, your back, maybe you're clenching your traps, and get in the habit of just doing a few body scans to see if there's anywhere where you are constricting or holding tension, and then consciously let that area go, because your body, remember, is a mirror of your subconscious. Your body is an extension of it. So you could have an affirmation like, I am relaxed and open to receiving. I'm relaxed and open to receiving. You can comment that down below. I am relaxed and open to receiving. Okay, number 2 is to reframe negative language. So you want to replace I can't afford that with something like, how can I afford that? So the only reason that these patterns have gone this far within you is their unconscious habits. So we haven't really asked ourselves, like, is this really true? Or is this what I want my belief to be? Is this in alignment with my goals? And since it's unconscious, the best way to start to change this is during sleep. Neuroplasticity studies have shown that the majority of your brain's neuroplasticity and synaptic connections, synaptic rewiring, it actually occurs when you are asleep. You get the stimulus when you're awake, but when you're asleep is when your brain is essentially downloading and programming your neural connections, and when this cellular transformation, neural connections, neuroplasticity is actually taking place. So one of the best prosperity habits that you can do is to listen to some form of a success hypnosis before you go to bed, because you're literally feeding your brain the proper financial programs that then it will begin to form these neural connections while you are asleep. So what I've been doing for the last 10 years or so is I play my success hypnosis before I go to bed. It's free. You can get it. It's jakeshypnosis.com, or it's linked in the description of this video if you click in the description, or go to the comment section and I pinned it as a top comment. Get it for free and just listen to it for a few minutes while you're doing it. And then adopt a mini gratitude habit. You can combine this with step number 2, because like I was saying, neuroplasticity in your brain occurs primarily during sleep. So while you are listening to my financial success hypnosis, think of 3 things that you are grateful for about money. So about abundance. It could be clean water. It's hard to think of something abundant because you're struggling. What about clean water? Your car, your house, the bed you're in right now. What you're doing is you're training or coding your brain to associate gratitude with abundance. The hardest thing for most of us with attracting something we want is we don't have emotions associated with the desire because we don't have that intangible reality, right? Because I want more money and I'm broke, let's say. So I want it, I could visualize it, I could do all these things, but then I go about my day and I'm like, damn, my car's not working, I don't have the money, I'm stressed about this. So my emotions aren't matching my desire. So your brain is getting mixed signals. But when you practice gratitude while you're listening to my success hypnosis, what you are doing is changing the neural association with positive emotions about abundance and wealth. And since neuroplasticity primarily occurs during sleep, you're updating your neural programming for financial abundance in the most important time, which is during sleep. Now, last but not least is to smile more consciously. It's the easiest way to uplift your aura. Even if it's forced, just a little smile, it reduces the stress and tension in your jaw. You'll notice your body relax pretty quickly, all the muscles in your body, because when you're smiling, you are essentially putting a pause button on your nervous system. They even did a study at Stanford University and they took clinically depressed people. They had them smile in front of the mirror for a few minutes every single day. The group that did it reported the biggest relief in their depressive symptoms. So this is like the easiest way to lift up your aura. I do it before I film. I'm just like, you can do it before you go into an important meeting, all these things. It's like it's priming your brain to be in the right aura state of receptivity for the good things to start to happen. So all of that being said, let me know in the comments down below which one speaks to you. Comment down below, I am a magnet to money. I'm a magnet to money. The truth is, you are good enough, you are smart enough, you are worthy of your desires. It's just that your aura hasn't been signaling that you are ready for wealth. So you can comment down below, I'm ready for wealth. I'm ready for wealth. Watch this video again. The next step is yours. Will you continue to send mixed signals to the universe, or will you invest a little bit of your time to shift your aura and start to turn it into a real magnet for the energy of wealth, the energy of prosperity? Because at the end of the day, money is energy. And your aura is a manifestation of your energy. So if your aura starts to match the energy of wealth, instead of being the polar opposite of it, you are going to see things change in your life really quickly. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, bell notification. Be sure to check out my free success hypnosis, jakeshypnosis.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.